Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to our Wednesday afternoon call. We originally called it Tips and Tricks, but for the most part, we've been teaching you different aspects of your PBS system from beginning to advanced, plus answering all your questions that you have. Today is September 20th. It's almost the end of September. We're into the third quarter of the year, and everybody should be promoting their holiday items that you have. And of course, first starting off is your wines. But in order to know where you are at this point, we want to present to you now back to the basics. And remember, this is a step-by-step proven system. So you follow it step by step, go along at your own pace, and you'll do fine. So with that being said, I want to introduce Joel here, who will take it over and tell you about the basic steps to take.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Much appreciated. All right, so most of you here have already been through the full session one, and if not, then you'll be doing that very soon. But now I know after doing session one is generally going to be, well, it'll be 2 hours or longer, and so obviously in doing session one, after that 2 hours, you kind of hang up the phone like, okay, wow, that was a lot of information. Where do I start? I mean, even though you're told where to start, it's still like it's very much information overload. You're like, okay, I'm really overwhelmed now. What do I do first, right? So the number one thing I'll let you know is that a session one, Rory has been great in actually recording a session one as well. So most of the instructors have the recordings of session one on their PBS. So mine, you can go to mine is let me just put it in the chat here. So you can go to https://session1. Okay, you can go there, or you can also go to any of Rory's sites, and so he'll also have session one there, where you just kind of watch it again, and if you need to pause it, do some stuff, and then go back to it. Okay, so that's just so you know, as you're doing session one, it is there is a recording of it as well to kind of go back to. Okay, so that's the one thing to remember. Okay, now next is after doing session one, you want to remember the training starts at episode 8. Okay, so it's going to be this up here. So it's going to be episode 8, and I'm going to share my screen and share episode 8 with you. Okay, this here, share. Okay, and let's minimize this. All right, so this is where the training is. Okay, it's on episode 8. Okay, now what you want to do actually is, what I would actually suggest doing is read through all of this page first, kind of understand it, and then go back to the top, and then start from top to bottom and go through it. Okay, so now you can do it either one of two ways. Either go here to the training site, which is r247.com/rrr. So if you go to that site and then go down this page here, okay, or probably what's easier, because most of these steps are actually on episode 8. Okay, so if you go here, you see, so this is the training page, but then this first, second, third is actually on RRR. So you can just go through each of these links, do each of these, and then go to step 1, which is then also explained down here. For do this first, do this second, okay, and then just go through these steps. Now, the other thing to know as well is it's very important to do this in order. You know, you don't want to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then go back and forth. Okay, it's because as we always hear, you know, this is a system, not a suggestion, meaning that if you do it the way that is laid out, which is the same way Rory does it. So if you do what Rory does, you will get what Rory gets. Okay, so if you want to do a little bit of A and all of B, then you'll get different results because that's not what Rory does. Okay, so it's very important to go through this step by step, do each one completely, and then go to the next one. Okay, now some of these as well will take like an hour to do. Others will take quite a bit longer. Like for example, do this second, which is actually episode 9. So it's very important. You want to read through this page. You want to watch each of the videos on here. And what episode 9 is really, it really explains kind of how everything in Triple R kind of goes together. How the anchors help out the kiosks and how they all work together, kind of in a circular motion to kind of help each other out. Okay, so it's very important to go through this episode 9 completely, read through it, kind of understand it, and then as well, it also talks about each of the anchors, why those are important. Okay, and so you just want to go through, watch each of these videos. Okay, and then just go from top to bottom. And then what's going to happen eventually is, as you get get into the anchor offers, start getting your pages built, you're then going to get to the point where you can now start V marketing. Okay, now V marketing is really where kind of it all starts, kind of where you actually start building up your pipe, or filling up your pipe to start being able to make some income. And so what the V marketing is calling leads we have, calling and texting leads we have, and then getting those in as students, either under you or under your instructor, and then that's really where it really begins. Okay, but that's not the first. That's kind of after you start building your pages. Okay, but and then that's kind of what was explained here. Okay, this is in episode 9. Okay, and then you just want to go through this page. I know it looks like a lot, but really in going through this, you're really going to understand what BBS is, how we do things, and why we do things. Okay, so that's important. Okay, and so that's that. Okay, and then let's just here. Make sure I'm missing anything. Oh, so one of the other things that's going to help you. Now we've actually had a couple people on here already. Rebecca, for example, where she's actually given us a assignment a tracker, which is going to help you in kind of keeping track of what you've done and what you need to do. Now, your instructor will have a way of you keeping track of your progress. So speak to your instructor to get a copy of that. Okay. And if not, then your instructor will be able to tell you how to do that. Okay. So, and I mean, I know you kind of after you get off the call, you are very overwhelmed. You may think, you know, I can't handle this, you know. But the worst thing you can do is just say, you know what, I've had enough. I don't want to do this, and quit. And if you do that, nobody can help you. Okay, so you really want to just kind of stick to it. Look at the PBS as a big elephant. Okay, and the only way to get through it is by doing it one bite at a time. It's important to know the PBS is the big picture and it needs to get done, but you're not going to do it all at once. So you need to do it step by step in a system, one bite at a time. And by doing that, you'll then get to the point where you can then do V-marketing and then continue building your PBS and eventually apply for Google AdSense. And then that's really where our goal is. Okay. Now, as you're going through the training, I understand as well that getting into the anchors does cost a lot in the beginning. So Rory always looks at ways to help us. Okay, so one of the ways he has to help us is with the IBO program. Okay, and then that is actually explained. I believe it's in the bottom of here. Where? Oh, maybe it's actually in episode 8. So he talks about it here. Where is it now? Which page is the IBO program on, Tom? I saw it. Is it on?
It's on the master page, usually at the bottom of the master page.
Should be
Right,
on the
so
bottom
that-
of
so that's-
triple R. I couldn't unmute. I'm gonna find
Oh,
myself
that's right.
first.
Oh, yeah, right. So it's actually in. So if we go back to episode 8, and we go to step
Go all the
1,
way
which
to
is
the bottom.
actually, yeah, I watched is of step 1 is the master page. So we go into here, and then this is where you want to go through the stuff. Okay, and then at the bottom of this page, right here, this is where it talks about the IBO program. Okay, but it's important to kind of understand everything and understand why you this is going to help you, and to also understand that the reason why Rory has the IBO program here is to help us with our business. Okay, to help us with our business expenses, but I mean as well. So by using the IBO program, yes, it's going to help you with your business expenses. But then after that, there's enough money left over to also help you with some other personal expenses to continue to build your business here. Okay, so he doesn't have so that you get just enough to cover your business. No, he has it so that you get over and above that to help you with other stuff as well, so that you can then focus as much of your time as possible, as much of your money as possible on your business. Okay. And so that's very important. Okay, now as well, there are some stipulations to get into the IBO program, and so not everybody passes those stipulations. So that's why then Rory and Tanya have now as well. They have the alternate IBO program where if you don't meet the criteria for the first IBO program, you then may meet the criteria for the alternate IBO program. And then, but if you don't meet the criteria for either of those, they actually have a way to help build up your credit score, so that eventually you will meet the criteria for either of those programs. Okay, so just know that Rory and Tanya are here to help do everything humanly possible to help you with your business, to help you be successful here. The only way they can't help you is if you decide this is too much and you quit. Okay, so that's the one thing we ask you not to do. Okay, just understand this is most important. Just stick to it. Understand it's just one bite at a time. Get through one bite at a time, and you'll do very well here. Okay, and as well, it's not just you and your instructor. It's you, your instructor, and all of us instructors also have a team behind us, and it's always on a two-step, meaning that is your instructor, and if you can't get a hold of your instructor, then you can always go up one step to their instructor or their MSI. So some of us, our instructors also are MSI. Okay, so for example, my instructor in MSI is Donna. Okay, so just an example, so my students, if they're not able to get a hold of me, or they're having a problem getting a hold of me, then they can always go to Donna as well. Okay. So there's that, and let's see if there's anything else here. Does anybody have any questions? Or if I need to go over something again because I talked too fast, please tell me. I will go over it again because I have a tendency to do that. Nobody has any questions?
No, I just wanted to say something though.
Share. Okay. So, oh, what's that time for? I lost you for a second there.
Okay, how many people, first of all, do know who your MSI is? Does everybody know? Anybody does not know? You know, Larry?
I do, I think.
Okay, good. For the new people here, Kim, Wendy, and Grace, what Joel was just saying, it can be overwhelming when you first start, but what you want to remember is you want to keep two things in front of you. First of all, the two links that you want to have is the RR247.com/RRR. That's, consider that your Bible for PBS. Next to that, if you know how to pin tabs to your browser, pin that to your browser. And right next to that, pin the RRR247.com/episode 8. Those two go side by side.
Absolutely.
Okay. Then always go back to it. If you feel like you're getting lost, go back to RRR, go back to the 8, and just go back and forth. They work off of each other.
Absolutely.
They're in synergy, just like Joel was showing today. It was a little fast, but
yeah, sorry about that.
sometimes we get so excited, we just, whoa, go,
Yeah.
and we know what we're talking about. Sometimes we forget that, especially the newer people saying, what? I mean, we say that about Rory all the time, guys, right? And we have to look at the recordings to figure out what he was saying, but still, for you, it's the best thing to do is to have both of those links right up in front of you at all time. A RRR and the episode -8. After that, I mean, this is what I show my folks when they first start. I help them even pin their stuff to the top. Then they won't have to go hunting for it. Right? Their website, their administrative site, their template, RRR, episode 8, and even episode 9 if they want to put it up there. So it's all along the top. So anytime you open up your Google Chrome, whammo, it's right on top for you. Then you don't have to waste a lot of time saying, oh my God, where did I put it? Where did I bookmark it? What's it under?
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So if ever you're lost, as Roy says, if ever you're lost, go to episode 8. Look at episode 8, and then you'll see, oh, right, that's where it was, So yeah, but like I said, I mean, that's really important. Just have those two links in your Chrome bookmarks, the first two, and then you'll always have access to them.
And what he was talking about, the tracker, if you don't have the tracker, talk to your instructor about it. That's something new that, like he said, Laurie did, and even Larry did for us too.
Yeah, right.
There's two different kinds, but that helps us to know how you're progressing, and it shows yourself how you're progressing and where to go next. And that's
Exactly.
all part of organizing your time. And it
Absolutely.
helps organize our time too, to work with you.
Lets us know that you're continuing on, and then we know when it's time to kind of meet with you again. So yeah, it's really helps.
Right. And
Guys-
that's all working up to your V marketing, like Joe was saying too. There's a certain point when you start doing that, but you have to get your foundations done first. And that's
right.
where you start right off with your wine pages. And as soon as you do one page, you start promoting it, start posting ads about it. And then you go to the next page and work way down. And now this session that he was talking about after this section
Looks like there you
is what's
You
that?
froze. Oh, he froze again.
Keep frozen a little bit, Tom. Yeah, must be the storms of your internet again.
Well, he's frozen.
Yeah,
I was frozen.
I just want to add this for all the new people coming in.
You're frozen, Joe.
Please know never to call the
Well,